Hi balcony. Hopefully you guys can see this. I am going to put this guy right here. Just really hoping that I didn't. Hi guys. I am going to look up here and see. Okay, I can see. There we go. All right. Hello. I am going to, I'm gonna go live there and see if either one of them are. How are we doing on time? It is, hello, welcome. Welcome to our third day of class. I just want to make sure that oh good, okay, perfect. So welcome everyone. If you are in the balcony, welcome. If you are right here, welcome. I can move that because I am going to, we're gonna do our the Minor Arcana tonight. I am not feeling 100% still, so we are going to go through it quickly. I have PDFs with these, the wands, cups, pentacles, and swords, and their meanings that are probably on the Facebook page. So I would recommend looking at those guys. If you can't find them, I'll put them in this class description too. I'll put them right on they might already be there on the Gmail account or on the Google Drive. So you can grab them. And next week, we are going to go through each of the major arcana, but this week I wanted to do the minor arcana so that way it would kind of start making some sense to you. I can't see any one or comments, and the reason this guy's up is so that, I actually don't know why he's up. I'm going to actually stop him, and I am going to move this guy. So hopefully, where's my water? Okay. As we're waiting for people to get here, I am just going to separate these into, oh, it might be easier actually if I use the beginner deck. I just thought of that. That way, if you guys are getting the decks, these cards right here are just regular lighter weights. Here are the beginner decks. This might be helpful, it might not be, and because I can't see anyone up there, I'm just going to do this as though we were all alive in front of each other. If you guys want, while we are getting ready, you can separate your cards into cups, pentacles, wands, and which one are we missing? Swords. If you want, that's just what I'm going to do right now while we're waiting. But I really don't know how I will be able to tell. So as soon as this is divided up, I am going to get it going. I'm just going to sit down. And just dividing the beginner deck into the Minor Arcana. So the Major Arcana we went through last. Oh, sorry. Thank you guys all so much for your patience. I feel like mono married walking pneumonia. That's the only way to describe how I feel. It's really weird. But I thought that after my fever broke, I would be 100%, and it's not there yet, so it's okay. I am just dividing these up. I'm not dividing them up into the order yet. I'm just getting them into the suits. So the suits, like I just said this, and if you are just joining us, welcome, thanks for coming. I also didn't turn this on Facebook. I just used this link to direct people over here. So we'll see if that helps. And because you guys are in the balcony view, I'm just gonna do this like I would if we were all sitting together. And then if there are questions, I might just jump back on and do a live and answer some of the questions. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. And I wonder if we should do a refresher. It has been a week, 2 weeks, and we had Christmas or the holidays if you celebrate. Cups and Pentacles. So next week, I was thinking that we can go through these, the Major Arcana, but this week I just wanted to kind of go a high-level overview of the Major and Minor Arcana. There are patterns. If this is overwhelming you, there's no shortcut, and if someone knows a shortcut, I'd love to hear it. The fastest way to learn this stuff is to just study a little bit each day. That's what I did, and that's what worked the best for me. You can, however you study the best. If you study the best with lists, if you study with flashcards, I would not recommend doing flashcards just because my teacher didn't, but however you learn, it doesn't really matter as long as you learn the basics. And as we've learned, everyone has their own way of reading them. As long as you have the basic idea, you'll be all set. And we are going to start with wands because I already have wands open. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. If this is giving you a headache, welcome balcony. If this is giving you a headache, I will flip it for you before, actually it'll probably be after it's posted, but I don't want you guys to get sick, or well, that too. So we are going to start with wands, and the reason I'm going to start with wands is because it's open. There's no other reason. I did have a comment, and I would love to do this if there are other people, like if you're learning or whatever, but you have intuitive gifts. Well, we all do, but if you can, clairvoyant, if you can see stuff, if you can feel stuff, I think it'd be really fun to do it like a collective group. We could do a bunch of us on it together. Sometimes when Ashley's doing readings, I want to tell her something. She probably appreciates that I can't, but someone did mention that the other day, and I just thought it was a great idea, so I'm down. We are going to start with wands, only because it was open, for no other reason. I usually start with earth because I'm an earth sign, and it's just easier for me to work up. Actually, yeah, let's just do that because it's easier for me to work up from the ground. So we can start with pentacles. I know I just said wands, and I apologize, you guys. Thanks for your patience. Okay, here are our pentacles. I'm just gonna set these guys right here so they don't confuse anyone. I'm just gonna set them over here. And we are going to start with our pentacles. I posted pictures of this, and I know that my handwriting, some of you couldn't read it. I mean, literally you can Pinterest, everyone has the stuff. So I did type up some of them, not really. Like, I mean, however you guys make your own cheat sheets is however you feel the most comfortable. This is just what worked for me. So we are starting with the earth. And the reason that we're going to start with the earth is A, because everything builds on top of that, but also because I'm an earth sign. That's a pentacle. So I am going to show you guys, let's go straight to pentacles. So anything that has to do with pentacles is like a routine, person, place, thing. It's a thing. So it's, let's see. It is anything physical. So the element is earth. The time is midwinter. And the way I think of that is my birthday is January 1st. That's midwinter. The planet is Saturn and Venus. Saturn is not known for being a warm and cuddly planet, but that's also, I mean, the devil is a Capricorn male, so. The signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The finger, this is not something that you ever have to worry about, but I was studying it for something else, is the middle finger. And I think there's probably experts in here who know way more about that than I do. I just had to pass a test with it. The days of the week for pentacles are Friday and Saturday, and they represent the pages. So let's go to, those are the Major Arcana, Cups, Wands. Oh, sorry, I'm an auntie. Oh, the main thing too that I wanted to tell you guys, I don't know if it's against the rules, but if you can remember your numbers, there's an awesome girl, I bet I don't have her name written down. Maybe her name is Kara Willis. I don't know. But what she does is she talks about a cake making recipe, and that's how I memorized the numbers. Well, so there are general things. Always, aces are always new beginnings. So we are going to have our page 10 night. And the best way I will explain this, 9 of Pentacles, is, here's our 8. These are the beginner deck, so I'm not using Roman numerals, but that is a good thing to start. You might have to brush up on it. These are the beginners, and they're awesome. I love these cards. If you fives in tarot are, it's time for a change. So you can look at it in a positive way. You outgrew your 4 corners. 4s are stability. And ace is 1. I was like, what? Okay. So 1, 2, then we have our 3. This is actually another way that I learned how to do this was I just kept putting them in order. And then once you start getting them in order, I taught my niece how to do it. She's like 9, so. Okay, when you are, actually let's build up to this. We're gonna start with the Ace of Pentacles. So our Pentacles are all earth signs, and there's way more to it that we are not gonna go into. We might do a level 2 And on level 2, we'll go into it, but aces are always new beginnings. So Ace of Pentacles is like abundant, and I've made comments about this before. You never want your pentacles in reverse, then they're falling out of your wallet. So these are your pentacles. And right on here, it'll tell you, it's an earth sign. This will say yes or no. The way I was taught to do it is the upright yes, reversals no. I don't use whatever these say, unless something comes up, but just in general. So the Ace of Pentacles is a raise or promotion, abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career, financial, new venture, and prosperity. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, and always it's like new money. Moving on to our 2 of Pentacles. So this is a duality. I know that we had a different deck. What deck was that? I don't know. Yes, I do. It was the Game of Thrones deck, and somebody was talking about the way that she read it. That's nice. That's not how I read it. I just read this as like a duality. I do any tips that you guys have, like this cake making recipe, I found super helpful. But in general, I really, however you read your cards is fine with me. I don't have an opinion. I also, to me, this is a duality. This is like multiple priorities, time management, adaptability, balancing decisions. It's also, because it's I mean, we could go into a whole study on the symbolism of tarot cards, but basically it'll tell you on these beginner cards, if you have them, like duality, togetherness, a settling of the energy, union, love, and balance. To me, it means duality right off the top of my head. So, and that can go for anything. Actually, no, just stick to aces or new beginnings. Then we have the threes. Threes in general are the Trinity. So it's the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the power of 3, perfect Trinity. This is a teamwork card. Expression, expansion of ideas, growth, the first stages of completion. So in the example of our cake making recipe, the aces are, you just decide that you want to make a cake. The 2s are deciding what you're going to make. What kind are you going to make? Are you going to make chocolate or are you going to make vanilla? The 3s are collaborating. You'll invite your friends over so they can all eat your cake with you. You collaborate, learn, implement, build something. So you're going to start mixing your cake. You decided on let's go with vanilla. Then you get to your 4s. 4s are foundation, always. So 4s are your foundation. This is complete foundation, progress, power, and stability. 4s are always stability. Everything inside your foundation has come to fruition. It usually means like a happy home, happy family. Also read it by what it makes you feel like. This guy looks like a Scrooge to me. Stooge too. A Scrooge. He just looks like he's not very good at sharing. He's stepping. He doesn't have respect for it. That's just the way I'm reading it right now. I'm not reading it with anything around it, but what else do we know on here? Progress, power, stability. Okay, good. We know that. Okay, so here are 4. Okay, there are our 4s. So now we have our 5s. So 5s, oh, maybe we didn't put enough milk in it. Maybe it's not going to taste good. You start feeling insecure. These guys, to me, are like out in the cold. They're financial loss. 5s are always upset because you just came off of your foundational 4, so now you have to expand. So 5s are always upset to me. This is like, to me, they're out in the cold. Financial loss, lack mindset, loss, isolation, worry, poverty, insecurity. exaggeration, overexertion, strife. This is like wah, victim mentality, always a victim. Well, you made decisions, like your daily habits weren't good, etc. I mean, obviously there can be other reasons for this, but right here it just sounds like a victim to me. Okay, so now we are going into our sixes. Sixes are generosity. So this is like sharing, giving, arms for the poor. These are the scales of justice. Oh, and here, oh, I scratched my thing. That little, this little tassel right here, I think it's on the lovers too. We'll see it in a different one, but there's little things that are symbolic on each of these. On, this is the Radiant Rider-Waite. Let's see. Where are the 6? I feel like they're just so much prettier, but that's also because I've been using my regular Rider-Waites. Like, these guys are just, oh, that's our formerly known as Hot Cowboy. So this is, you know, sharing is caring. You can see the scales of justice. There's something about this castle in the background. I remember one time we saw a salamander, and I couldn't remember what it is, and then I looked it up, and it's like, someone else will remember, but I think it means like eternal life or something. So anyway, if you're using these new cards, use them, like read them. I don't read them, unfortunately, myself, but I did do a reading one time, and the lady was reading them, and she told me what it said, and I thought it was awesome. Okay, so now we are on to our 7s. So this guy, he is a hard worker. He toils in his, like, he has a long-term view. He is working hard, perseverance, diligence, sustainable. He's a hard worker. That's what you want. Regaining or losing control. Well, those are two completely separate things. This is also a myth, secrets, responsibility. This is like who you'd want on your team. He's a hard worker. And we're about to get to our, this is the master of his trade. He has like, it could be a doctor, a carpenter, a plumber, a dentist, Charlie Edelson. Man, I've been watching reruns of that. And this is another 8. So this is a master of his trade. 8s are another foundation. So this is like your manifestations coming true, your skills, you're highly, like I said, it could be a doctor, dentist, mechanic, plumber, anyone who's a master of his trade. He's also practical. He doesn't, this is formerly known as the Hot Cowboy, doesn't like to talk much, he just likes to get his work done. 8, oh, so 9s are not complete, but they're almost complete. So she's happy, she's like enjoying the fruits of her labor. This would be like, are we ready to cut the cake? We're gonna put it, I forgot to give you guys the cake thing. I'll find that lady and play it though, she's awesome. And you're self-sufficient, you're financially independent. Yellow is a good sign. Really go with what it feels like. Oh, wait a second. I think I just found the other half of that. Oh no, that's a different castle. 9s are almost complete, but not done yet. So this is like optimistic, compassionate. Yeah, you want your 9, you want your pentacles upright. 10s of pentacles. This is, I always think of Harry, Prince Harry, or whatever, formerly known as. This is monetary wealth, like family wealth. Like, it could be land, generational wealth. That's what I meant. It's also a finality. Satisfaction, and there's no other way to say it. You want your 10 pentacles upright. This is family generational wealth. Okay, so now we're going to get into our pages, our knights, the queen, and the king. Okay, so we learned last time that we were together that our fool, the first people that he meets are his mom and dad. These are also life passages, so pages notoriously mean kids. You could do it between like 10 to 13 ish. Yeah, I'd do that, like 10 to 13 ish. Pages are the messengers. So back in 17 or whenever, they had probably like, I want to say the 11th century. That's when I really found out that they had these, but these guys were running in between each of the castles to explain what's going on. So the pages are your messenger, the knights are your warriors. So that's like mid-teens, late teens, early 20s-ish. This is all kind of like a, use your gut. Pentacles are slow moving but steady. It's just like the earth. I'll tell you who you are not going to find on any of our killer lists are usually earth signs, except Virgo. They do have a tendency to be on there, but Taurus and Capricorn aren't. So slow and steady, and manifesting like money, ideas, desires. Queen of Pentacles, she reminds me of the Queen Elizabeth. Very stable, normal, nurturing. She's a good mom or grandma or whatever. And the King of Pentacles, he is a baller, so he works hard for his money, and he's a good saver, abundance, generosity, and prosperity. So that wraps up our Pentacles. Now we are going to move to, let's do Cups. Okay. The reason I'm going to do Cups next is because we have water on top of earth. So we, hopefully, if you guys, I literally can't see the thing because you're in the balcony. So I'm just really hoping that this is all recording. You can hear me. I will do questions after. I might have to just jump back on and do another live because I can't read any of those. Sorry, guys. All right, so we have Ace, 2, King, 6. Where did the 5 go? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. All right, so let's go to Cups. Cups are your emotions. Cups are water. Cups are emo. Well, not always, but cups are more, well, they are. Yeah, they're your emotions. So they're cups of, let's see. What do our cups want to tell us? So the element is water. The time is autumn. So if you're doing something like, oh, when is my blah, blah, blah going to happen? That's why I have like, you have autumn, winter, summer, that's fire, and air, that's like spring. So cups to your water. This is autumn and dusk. It is, the planets are Moon, Neptune, and Pluto. I don't remember why I had to learn those. It all overall becomes helpful, but nothing to worry about right now. So your water signs are your Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. Scorpios. Whew. The day is Monday, and their saying is to keep secrets. This is also west facing. When I call in the quarters, I call in angels of the north, south, east, and west. That's how I call in the quarters. I didn't call in the quarters right now because I'm not doing a reading. I'm just showing it to you guys, but that's a respect thing. Then back to our cups. So our aces, what are aces? New beginnings. So we have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is, how did I do this before? Okay. So love, compassion. This can be a baby. It can be a new beginning. It can also be like birthing a new idea, depending on the cards that are around it. That's the other thing, is you don't want to read your tarot cards in a vacuum, in my experience. Like, I usually read, well, we'll go back to it. I'll explain them more, but I just want to go through these. Okay, so our cups. If you have the Rider-Waite beginners, then you can read right on it. It'll tell you like dominance, ambitious, originality, spiritual, intuition, marriage, proposal, and new baby. This is your happy home, happy family. Well, these are, we're getting into the party. So this looks like two people. They are having an agreement, they're cheersing, they're unified in love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal. If someone was asking you about a new job, is it going to be a good idea? Yeah, I'd say so, if this is upright. Water signs are also, no, they're good. They're all good. I will get to it when I get to air. Okay, so yeah, these guys are buddies, and I guess it doesn't really matter if I show you these ones, but if you're learning on the new Rider-Waite, if you're not learning on the new ones, I mean on the beginner ones, then you might, like I said in the beginning, hi everyone, welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're in the balcony, good. I can't see any of the comments or anything, so hopefully you guys can all hear me. I probably should check before I get like done with this, and then you guys weren't recording. I'll just trust that you are. Okay, so here's our cheat sheet. I have these on the Facebook and on the Google Drive, and I know some of you couldn't read my handwriting, but sorry about it. You guys, I mean, just create your own. You can find them anywhere. This is just what I used. One of the things that we did that I thought was awesome when I was learning was as we got to the king, queen, like the court cards, we named people. And so we had like name association. That's the way I remembered it. And I thought it was awesome. And it looks like, actually, oh, this is a personal one for me. Like, these wouldn't mean a lot to everyone, but anyway, that was really helpful for me. So if you can't read this, I'm sorry. I'm sure you have Google and you can just Google it. I did type up some of them, and I have a Pinterest page that I put a lot of this stuff on too. It's just KDP 18. So where are we? Well, we're at the betrayers. It's not usually betrayers. Apparently, though, our friend Ethan did get betrayed. They were at a party, dancing, having fun. And where did this just go? Threes. Perfect Trinity, always. So these are your Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. 3 is the perfect Trinity. These symbols, so this one right here is water. I had to memorize those. Someone might know why you need them. You'll need them more later if you have like a earth of air, but we're definitely not going to go through that stuff in this. It might be like a second or third round. So 3s are your celebration. 4s are a foundational card. This card, until the Idaho 4 case, didn't mean anything to me other than like meditating and alone time. After I saw this little guy, this little cloud, it became an internet card. I mean, but that's just the way it rolled for me. So 4s are foundation. Got it. This can also be an offer. Use your intuition. How does it make you feel? 5s. 5s are always chaos. In my experience, like I said, however you read your tarot cards is completely fine with me. I could care less how everyone reads their own tarot cards. But the way that I read it is like, well, I mean, this is a grief card to me. This woman is wearing black. All of her cups are knocked over. She's alone. I don't know. It's just sad. Oh, it says grief right on it. That's how it makes me feel, is like grief. This is a 6, so this is like your inner child. Those are memories about what make you happy from when you were young, stable home, innocence, nostalgia. Sixes are also, what's the trick to sixes? Oh no. I used to have these all memorized. Oh, here's another cheat sheet. Looks like a good one. This is also communication, gratification, and adjustment. In reverse, we aren't even going to go through reverses. This is, okay, so that's your sixes. Your sevens, this is fleeting. So you got it, but it's like fleeting. It's not going to last for very long. These are opportunities, wishful thinking, choices, illusion, searching for a purpose, and daydreaming. It's also debauchery and gluttony. Huh. I don't know if I buy that, but that's what I wrote. It's a fleeting happiness. It's not going to last forever. Then we have our eights. That's another foundation. This to me is also, oh, disappointment. See, it looks sad. And these are like very dark cards, comparatively speaking. But I also know that some people use certain decks for certain things. I personally don't set any intention to only have like one deck do dark, one deck do light. I tried that and I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I stopped doing that. So just take the cards for face value. This one makes me feel sad, and it says disappointment, abandonment right on it. This is also gluttony. This is really what the gluttony one is. It's like, it can be gluttony. Fat and happy, sitting lazy. It can be luxury. It can also be, the organization felt a lot of this prior to falling. Oh, okay, so that's your 9, and then your 10s. 10s are completion, 10s done. Fulfillment, stability, this is a happy home, kids are happy, dancing, singing, divine love, harmony, blissful relationships. What are our pages? Pages are messengers. Knights are warriors. They're not going into battle and like killing anyone today, but they're ready for battle. Queen of Cups, she's stable, intuitive, caring. This is all your water signs. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Whew. I think I have a moon in Gemini or something. I thought it was Cancer, but I don't know. I'm not a water sign, so that's okay. I do have some friends that are water signs, but anyway, the point is like, these are stability. Emotionally, mentally, their cups are full, and water can be a cleansing agent. The Queen is looking towards the past. That's a whole nother lesson, but she's looking towards the past, and the King is looking towards the future. They might not be seeing eye to eye if you were dating, if these two were talking, if you were looking at a reading, but that's just me overthinking it probably. All right, so now after our cups, we are moving on. Let's do fire. So we have our earth, water, fire is our wands. Wands are the spark. Wands are your fire signs. So this is Aries. I know that because I have a rising sign in Aries. So we have, why am I blanking? Fire is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, oh, here are angel numbers. Protection. So our fire signs, they are the spark. They don't burn the forest down, but fire burns earth and it cleanses it. Water puts fire out. Those are the elements. And they are south. So if you need to learn the elements for other studies, these are south. And let's see here. So they aren't going to burn the whole forest down, but they're going to get the fire started. They are your go-tos. Like, you can depend on a wand or a fire sign to get stuff done because they don't really have time for the BS. They don't wait around. They don't really care. I would hardly call them, I wouldn't say like they sit around and think about feelings very much. Let's just say that, because they're busy getting stuff done. Here's our queen, king, and our page. So, oh boy. So here is our, I don't know what you guys think of when you see that. I think the D, and I don't mean dollar. This is like a new project, inspiration, urge to create. This is also the D card to me. I mean, I don't know how much more phallic it could be. And then we have our two, let's see over here. This is something we should probably do together. That's how I did it. It looks like I did it by myself, but it would have been fun to do it together. Let's see here, wands. All right, so this is a creative spark laying down the pipe. Two is planning, progress, travel plans. He's looking towards the past too. It's like settling of energy, union, love, balance. This is like a content card. He looks super content. Three, he looks like he wants to get going. That looks like a travel card to me. Preparation, progress, foresight, expansion, overseas opportunity. Expansion. Oh, this is our perfect Trinity. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. By the power of three, perfect Trinity. The first stage of completion. Four is our happy home. We have people getting married, celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community, and homecoming. Five is chaos. Because you outgrew your happy home, you're now expanding. It's creating chaos, tension, strife. In the tarot world, your minor arcana are your day-to-day world. The major arcana, like, of course, none of these guys. Any of the Fool's Journey, those are your major arcana. Those are life-changing things. They're not like the day-to-day annoyances, like fighting with your coworkers or whatever these guys are doing. Like, here's our BJ Queen. She is a high priestess, and she's a major life event. These guys are just like, oh, validate me, validate me. This is outside validation. It's usually totally fine. It did become toxic for people in our Idaho case. They had to have outside validation because they were getting ready to burn the world down. This to me is like a challenge, competition. He isn't fighting anyone, but he has his feet on the ground, but like this is in the air. This is like planted because it's like in a defensive position. These guys are fighting. That to me is like full-blown fight. That's acting quickly. Like, these are all flying. Speed, rapid action, movement, swift change, manifesting quickly, quick decisions, and air travel. Oh, we haven't got to swords yet. 9. 9 is not complete, almost done. Courage, test of faith, resilience. Like, you're so close to being done, but you're not there yet. It can be weary and pessimistic. This is, D-bag, always carrying the weight of the world, professional victim. In general, it's not always like that. Some of those Idaho case though did totally taint it. Now whenever I see it, I just think of 10's complete, 10's done. This is also like hard work, completion. Here's our page. What is our pages? Pages are messengers. That's between 10 to 13 years old. Our knights, he's going in fast. He doesn't have a sword drawn, but he's ready to burn the world down. Queen of Wands, she's looking towards the future. King of Wands is looking towards the past. This is like confident, courage. he's a natural leader. He doesn't really want to hear your opinion either. No one really wants to. By the time you get to a king, this can also be ages. Like if you were reading on an older person, they'd get kings and queens. That's just their age. Natural leader, entrepreneur. And the next one that we have is swords. So we have our earth, water, fire, and now air is going to blow around our fire. How are we doing on time? I don't know. We're wrapping this up at 8 o'clock. Oh, this says we only have 10 more minutes. Okay, so we are on to swords. Swords are air. Air is the east. So page, aces, oh boy, king of swords, 5, 4, 5, 7, 8, knight, okay, so air, oh shoot, I did those backwards. So for daily, or what I would do if I were you, and if you don't want to take like 2 years to learn how to do tarot, I would just study every day for half an hour. That's what I did, because I just like, I mean, it could take you a lifetime. You're still learning. If you're not learning, then then maybe your name should be right away. So anyway, we have our ones. I mean, the aces. What do aces mean? Aces mean new beginnings. Also, swords are air. This is the springtime. Mercury and Uranus, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. These guys, look at this Knight of Swords. He's already got his sword drawn. He doesn't care. He's going in. He's going to kill someone. This swords meaning is to know. So you have the wands is to dare. Pentacles is to do. Cups is to keep a secret. And pages, I'm sorry, and the swords are to dare. No, they're not. They're to know. They're also throat. If you're doing a health reading, oh, actually, we're not going to go into all that. That is probably level 2. But this is throat, ear, nose, and throat. So this can mean electronic communication, fast. It's fast. I mean, this guy's running straight into front row. All right, so beginnings, new beginnings, mental clarity, sharp mind. This can also be a surgeon, like a surgery. If you had someone, oh, it says surgery right on it. Oh, that's good to know. This is a duality. So 2, she's making the best of two horrible situations, possibly. Oh, difficult decisions, weighing the options, avoidance, and a deadlock. So it's like neither one of your decisions are necessarily that good. This can also be a settling of the energy. When 2 or more are gathered in my name. Oh, this is the ultimate heartbreak. I don't know, that to me, I mean, read it however you want, but to me that's saying like 3 people, perhaps a triplet. Man, I can't wait for that to be over. And it's the ultimate heartbreak to me. This is also like a, yeah, that's it. It's just a heartbreak card. There's no easy way around it. I mean, there's no easy way around it. Then, so that's our 3. Here's our dead little boy. I know people have different opinions about that. I personally could care less how you read your tarot cards to me. And I saw someone say that it was, in Japan, swords are also death. So he has a sword in his forehead, his chest, and his gut, laying on top of a sword. To me, this is dead. He's dead. There's no resting and relaxing. Like I said, I don't really care how you read your tarot cards, but that's how I read it. To me, it's just dead. We're not going to go through that. Okay, number 5, chaos, because we have our 4 for our foundations. Well, see, look, it says right on it, rest and relaxation. To me, no, DEAD, dead. 5 is conflict. This is also like sneaky bullying. It's like backstabbing too, abusive relationships. I mean, he just looks snarky. 6, you're out of here. Get me out of here. Transition, change. You're leaving behind the drama. It looks like a safe way to travel in the sense that he's not trying to kill you so far. You're releasing your baggage and you're moving on. That's a good card to get. This right here is the Thief in the Night. She steals lives, happiness, and futures, also known as D-Bag. She got that card a lot. This is betrayal, deception, trickery. This is like stealing happiness, homes, and futures. 8. This to me, I know other people I've heard other people or someone might put it in the comments like, this is an illusion of entrapment. No, to me it's not. To me, this is also a warning sign of the domestic violence situation. If I got this with there are a few other cards, I would do high red flag. To me. Like I said, I don't really, however you read your tarot cards is fine, but that's how I do it. These are also self-imposed restrictions. That's one way to look at it. Allegedly, she can walk out. I don't see it. To me, it means domestic violence. It's a warning sign. I would definitely have like red flags if I saw this with some other cards. Oh, sleepless nights. D-Bag made horrible decisions and now she can't sleep. This is insomnia, hopeless, traumatic, despair, nightmares. Yeah, you think? And this is an overkill card. Our buddy Ethan showed us this a lot. I mean, painful endings, deep wound, betrayal. Sounds about right. The Page of Swords. This is our little runner. They got paid to spy on the kids. This is frat row. Going in, not even ambitious, action-oriented, defending your beliefs. I have nothing nice to say about them. Queen of Swords, she's looking towards the future. She's definitely, she sets clear boundaries. She's no Queen Elizabeth, let's put it that way. She's not cuddly and soft. She's just no bullshit. And then we have the King of Swords, same way. Authority, clear. They don't have time for like soft, feely things. They don't care. Neither one of them. This guy, because of his association to frat row, I don't have that many cool things to say about him. And he's heading towards the past, running straight in without really paying attention. That's my own issue, but 7:53. Okay, so it's 7:53. I just got a text. So we are going to, there were tricks that I was going to go over, but I feel like I don't want to confuse you guys. So that is our Minor Arcana. These are the day-to-day. These are the nuisance or the nuances of your life. This is not your life-changing. How did all my guys get down here? These are just, well, it'll fill in for you. So as you're reading, let's say, I want to use these cards. I'll just use these. So these are, I have heard of people and seen it. I've never done it myself, but people only using major arcanas to read. That's, like I said, how you read your tarot cards. I could care less. If it feels right, try it. I would just wait until you learn these. Like I said, there's no fast way to learn these. What I would do is I would take the Pentacles 1 through 10, or I'm sorry, ace through king, and just learn them. And I would also shuffle. I practiced shuffling forever, but then just put them back in order. And the good news, if you're not using these beginner decks, if you're not using them but you know how to read Roman numeral, if you don't, you might need to do a fresh up or a refresher on that. But if you were doing a reading, right here is our major arcanas. I can do it this way. And we have death. Death does not mean death. Death means an end. That's it. And if you had anything that was actually death, it's not even this card. And I'm not going to teach you guys how to do it yet because I think we need way more of a foundation. But so say you have the end, then it looks like you guys are going through a breakup. And then let's do one more major arcana, the Chariot. Okay. So the major arcana, those are the trip around the tarot wheel. We did them last week or 2 weeks ago. That's the Fool through the world. That's the end. And death does not mean death. It's just the end of a cycle. So this could be like the end of college. This is the end. This to me is a heartbreak. They're probably going through a divorce or about to. There's potential to be happy, but someone's out of here. And the way I'm reading this is these are the two major arcanas. These are the life-changing events, and these are the details in between. They just happen to fall this way. Well, because I picked them up that way. But that is how you read the major arcana. And then next week, that was the minor arcana. So those are the suits. That's your pentacles. That's the earth, cups, water, wands, fire, and air, swords. And then next week we can put them all together and go through how you would read them. There's no shortcut. If someone knows a shortcut, then then do it. Trust me. I mean, to me, there's just no shortcut. You just have to do it. You just have to do the work. And I would recommend doing like 15 to 20 minutes a day. One really fun exercise. How are we doing on time? Oh, we have 3 more minutes. One really fun exercise is to meditate on the Fool's Journey. It's really fun. So that would take you like about a month. And then with that, I will love you and leave you. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see if anyone's on there with questions. If there are, I will jump on a live and answer some of the questions for you. If there aren't, then I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm tired. But I love you all very much. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you next time.